Kia ora, this is my brother Rauri.
Kia ora, this is my sister Whakarangatai. We whakapapa to the Hikarangi i Repu, Ngā Tikau o Torongari Te Apu, which plays a role in the
health of the Wairua, Waiora River and into the Kaipara Moana.
The Kaipara Harbour is one of the largest harbours in the southern hemisphere.
Sadly, the mauri of the Wairua, Waiora River and Kaipara Moana is being degraded by sediment.
Waima Waitai Waiora is a partnership project
guided by Mātauranga Māori and Western science.
The partnership includes tangata whenua communities and organisations, NGOs and government agents with a common vision for a healthier catchment and harbour.
It wasn't the dairy platform itself that drew us to this farm, it was the wild places to begin with. It's one of the real upsides of farming in Northland is that we still have areas that we can appreciate for their biodiversity. When we first purchased the farm, every square inch of available land was being used for cattle grazing, including stuff that just wasn't suitable for cattle. Cows would disappear into the bush and you'd have to wait for them to find their own way out. And by the same token, some of the swamps, cows would go in there and get stuck and you'd end up spending half a day with a tractor trying to get them back out again.
So this was one of the first places that we decided that we'd fence off and plant. And I think that any nutrients that we put on the farm, any that do run off, will end up being used by the plants here rather than ending up in the river where we swim.
So for 5 years we have been getting our funding through Dub, and it's been administered by the Regional Council through their land management team. The Regional Council's been fantastic. They've come to us and said, well, what would you like to do? There's never been a, this is what you have to do or what you need to do. So it's a bit of collaboration between everyone around here. We recognise the natural importance of this area and everyone's doing their bit to protect it. The hardest part of this whole experience has been trying to figure out what to do next. You can't do it all in one hit, but chipping away at it bit by bit. It's quite easy to remain enthusiastic when someone else is coming to the party and saying, right, well, we'll cover half the cost. It's sweat equity and my tractor. Those are our costs. So moving forward, I think there's going to be a lot more expectation that all farmers are in the place we're at now. The waterways will be protected, and that can only be good for the country as a whole. We're quite happy to swim in this river every summer. We spend hours just about every day in here with us and the kids. We have plenty of wildlife in the river. There's no shortage of eels and kura and kokapoo and things like that. There is room for dairy farming and there is room for the environment, and the two of them do work together.
The farm is approximately 160